Hi friends, so this is Kishore. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe for more videos and more information as well as I need your support. Okay, so today we are going to discussing about magnetic components. Okay, magnetic components. So coming to the magnetic components, there are different types of magnetic variables is there. In that, one is the flux. One is the flux, which is the most important in that particular magnetic material. Okay, in that particular magnetic material. And second one is the reluctance. And second one is the reluctance. Okay, as well as and third one is the permeability. And third one is the permeability and third one is the permeability. Okay, as well as and fourth one is the magnetic field density, and fourth one is the magnetic field density. Okay, magnetic field density. And fifth one is the magnetic field intensity, and fifth one is the magnetic field intensity. Okay, so these are the different types of magnetic components. We are going to discussing all those things. Okay, coming to the flux here, the flux which is generated by the magnet. Okay, so let us consider this is like a magnet, this is like a magnet. So before going to discussing about flux, let us go for the magnets. Okay, so basically there are two types of magnets is there. Okay, one is the temporary magnets and second one is the permanent magnets. Okay, so coming to the temporary magnets, the temporary magnets can be best example we have to take as a like a iron piece or else like a solenoid. Okay, that iron piece or else solenoid contains one winding of copper, one winding of copper winding. Okay, so that copper winding can be we are giving to the some external supply, then only at the time that iron piece or solenoid which is actually like a temporary magnets, otherwise which is actually like a iron piece. Okay, whenever we are supply is given to that particular winding of the solenoid, then only that iron piece acts as like a magnet, temporary magnet. Okay, so coming to the permanent magnet, so that permanent magnet is we are no there are no external supply we are given to that permanent magnets. So that magnets may contains basically poles is created like north pole as well as south pole. Okay, so that is, so coming to the flux here, so this is the any magnet may contains basically two poles is created, one is the north pole and second one is the south pole. Okay, at the same time, so here coming to the magnet, so the flux which is always flows from north to south, always, already know that I think the flux which is always flows from north pole to south pole. Okay, so like this the flux which is flowing like this. Okay, the flux which is flowing like this from north to south pole, like this, like this. Okay, the flux which is flowing from north pole to south pole, like this, north pole to south pole, north pole to south pole. So like this, always flowing from north pole to south pole. Okay, so let us consider for the coming for the flux definition. Here if you observe this diagram, you can clearly say the what is the definition of flux here. Okay, first of all, so here the flux which is here which is occupied some area, here the flux which is moving from north pole to south pole as well as which is occupied some area, which is occupied some area. Okay, means simply we can call it as, so the imagination of, so the imagination of magnetic lines of force, the imagination of magnetic lines of force is called as flux. From this diagram we can clearly say that, okay, from the imagination of, just we can imagine. So we can't say that the flux which is moving from one place to another place means which is not visible. If you are appearing look like which is not visible. Okay, so that's, so just this is like a imagination, this is like a imagination. That's why we can simply call as the flux definition as the imagination of magnetic lines of force is called as flux. Okay, so that is the definition of flux. As well as, so coming to the flux, the units of flux which is given as Webers. Okay, the units of flux which is given as Webers. Okay, so this is Webers. As well as, so that is the definition of the flux. Okay, simply. So coming to the reluctance, Okay, so reluctance means here simply we can call it as, if suppose let us consider for them one conductor, let us consider for them one conductor, okay. So means the conductor which is oppose the flow of magnetic flux, okay. The conductor, the property of conductor which is oppose the flow of magnetic flux, which is called as reluctance, okay. So this is the definition of the reluctance, okay. So this is, let us consider this is like a conductor, so this is like a conductor, okay. Let us consider this is like a conductor which is oppose the, when we have supply is given to the conductor which is oppose the property of conductor here oppose the flow of flux, okay. At the same time here coming to the formula of the reluctance, so that is given as S, the symbol of reluctance which is given as S, okay. Here S is equal to L by mu naught into mu r into A, which is very important formula for the reluctance, okay. S is equal to L by mu naught into mu r into A, okay. Here coming to the S means here reluctance, here L is the length of the conductor, here L is given as length of the conductor, total length of the conductor, this is L, total length of the conductor which is given as L. As well as here mu naught also is there, here mu naught is there. So here mu naught is simply we can call it as the absolute permeability, which is called as absolute permeability of that material, okay, absolute permeability of that particular material, okay. As well as mu r is there, here mu r is also called as relative permeability of that particular material, relative permeability of that particular material means here like conductor, okay. So that is the mu r, okay. As well as A is there, here A is there, okay. A means here the area of cross section of the conductor, okay. So area of cross section of the conductor, this is the formula for the reluctance, okay. This is the formula for the reluctance. So coming to the units of reluctance, which is given as S is equal to ampere turn per Weber, okay. S is equal to ampere turn per Weber, which is the most important units for the reluctance, okay. Please remember this, okay. As well as coming to the permeability, so first of all let us take one conductor, let us take in one conductor here, okay, one conductor here. So whenever supply is given to the conductor, then some flux will be existing according to the property of magnetic material, then some flux will be existing, okay. So whenever the flux will be existing which is freely flowing to the throughout the entire conductor, okay, throughout the entire conductor the flux will be flowing. So then the property is called as permeability, okay. I think you are understood what I am saying. Let us consider one conductor, whenever flux will be flowing to the freely throughout the entire conductor, so that property is called as permeability, okay. Here there is no opposition takes place of flux in that conductor, okay. There is no opposition takes place in that particular magnetic material, okay. So then the property is called as permeability, as well as the permeability can be where to indicate as the symbol of mu, this is the symbol of permeability, mu, this is the symbol of permeability, okay. Permeability of free space, mu is given as 4 into 10 power minus 7 Henry per meter, this is the permeability of free space, formula, okay. As well as coming to the magnetic field density, simply we can call it as the total flux which is occupied per unit area, is called as magnetic field density, okay. So let us consider the best example, let us take as a one magnet, already know that. So here the magnetic force appliance which is occupied some area like this, okay, as well as from north to south like this, okay. Here the total magnetic lines of force, or else flux which is occupied unit area, unit area, which is called as magnetic field density, okay. The total flux which is occupied per unit area is called as magnetic field density. So which is given as the formula is given as B is equal to the magnetic field density, B is equal to total flux per area here, okay. So the units of flux here given as Weber, as well as the units of area in terms of meter square. In terms of meter square. Okay, this is the total Weber per meter square for the units for the magnetic field density. Magnets for magnetic field density. Okay. As well as coming to the magnetic field strength. As well as coming to the magnetic field strength, simply we can call it as here the total strength of the magnetic field. The total strength of the magnetic field is called as magnetic field intensity or magnetic field strength. Okay, the total strength of the magnetic field is called as magnetic field strength or magnetic field intensity. That is given as H. That is given as H. Okay, here H is equal to total N into I by L. Very, very important formula. Total magnetic field intensity H is equal to Ni by L. Okay, Ni by L. Here N is the total number of turns. Total number of turns. Okay. As well as I is the total current. I is the total current. Okay. So here N is the total turns. Here total turns means ampere turns. I means the units of I is amperes. Okay. Means simply you can call it as ampere turns. Ampere turns. For here length is in terms of meter. Length is in terms of meter. Okay. This is the units for the magnetic field intensity. That is given as ampere turns per meter. That is given as ampere turns per meter for the magnetic field intensity. Okay. So these are the definition for the different types of magnetic material components. Okay. Let's friends. So if you have any doubt, you can directly. So please put the comment, as well as please subscribe me, as well as please support to me, as well as thank you very much. Thank you, Ananda.